Hello, and this is my beginning of 2022 bookshelf. This is just a quick update to show what's changed in the past 6-ish months. And as you can see, a fair amount has. And to begin with the top, I have a portal thingy that has portals on it. It's cool. Stormlight Skybreaker order drawing by Steve Argyle. Lego pixel art Terminator that I haven't finished, and Call to Adventure Stormlight Archive board game. Next I have the Cosmere shelf, which has barely changed at all. Just have some Stormlight swag, the cards and the patch, and still have the same bookend and all the Cosmere books except for a few that are loaned out. Red Alert Classic with my library card. Next, my random fantasy bookshelf. I've got bottle caps that will be made into Nuka-Cola caps eventually, and random fantasy books. Not much has really changed. This is the series I'm working on completing, at least owning all of them. I've got almost all the Malazan books. The first one's loaned out currently, and I think I'm missing the 8th or the 9th. And then I've got about half the Witcher books, and a cool Hourglass. And this is a tank I painted when I was younger. And then the West of Eden books. These are my not-so-fantasy books. It's got a big jar of quarters, and then a bunch of books. The 2 new ones are Call of the Wild and Hamlet. And then some more books. And then this is a book that my girlfriend made me, which is more of a notebook, which looks really nice. Fight Club. And then a new Bible, which looks really cool. And I currently have Art of War loaned out. Yeah, that's it. This is my comic shelf with a ton of Peanuts and Calvin and Hobbes and Garfield. And then behind the Narnia audiobooks, we've got joke books and Minecraft books, which I want to stay hidden forever. As well as my own book, Ulu. Starting at the top of the right shelf, we've got Kylo Ren Shuttle, we've got Waluigi Brickhead, some Fnaf Bonnie plush, and most importantly, the guy. In this shelf, we've got Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, Shrek 2, Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Lord of the Rings movies, Hobbit, and then my 6 favorite movies in order: Hot Fuzz, Dark Knight, Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim, Knives Out, and Whiplash. And then we've got Jurassic Park, and then there's the other 2 Jurassic Park also behind it, but I'm covering it with probably one of my favorite book covers, The Martian by Andy Weir. Haven't read it yet, but the cover looks amazing and I got it for a really good price. And Metro 2033. And then 3 of the books in the Expanse series: Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Jade City, and Stephen King's 11/22/63. This is my sci-fi shelf with Armada, some Michael Crichton books, and Space Trilogy with some books that I had before, as well as Dune Messiah, which I plan to read soon, Lego GLaDOS. I think I've got 3 books of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and this one is going here because that's how Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy works. And the most beautiful book I own, probably, Dune, which is just amazing. And likely my biggest and most notable addition of all, this little dagger here. I got it for a really good price, but also the full Wheel of Time. I like the dagger on the shelf because it reminds me of Matt's dagger. Yeah, I think these look really pretty, and I am very glad I got them. And the more hardcore fantasy series, we've got Lord of the Rings with Sauron's Tower here, and then more Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Gentlemen Bastards, and then I currently have the Farseer Trilogy up here because I don't know where to put it on the shelf. There isn't really room anywhere else, so it's just going there for now. Eventually I'll have a nicer spot for it, and I might get a 3rd shelf eventually. And my YA shelf, which has barely changed at all. I have my Unus Annus U2s down here now, as well as a Lego dice, Rubik's Cube, and Ninjago cards, which are the most important part. And my Lego books and my Marvel books. I do not think this has changed at all. And I've got this little R2-D2 here because I just barely don't have enough books to fill this shelf, and I don't think I'll ever get more. That was my update. Hope you liked it. I think this looks pretty good, and see you again in another 6 months.